I have a slide on it, I don't think I do. Where the will is filed with the court, the person who is, I think I might have a slide on this. I'm gonna need to wrap up here. Yeah, okay. Probate is a legal process to administer your estate when you're gone. And the will is filed with the court, personal representative or executor is appointed, and they're granted legal authority, whoops, went too far, through letters testamentary. And if you've heard of probates, or if you've been involved in probates, your experience might have been good, might have been bad, might have been confusing. Probate is not something that is a commonly understood thing, because you don't do it. It's done when somebody dies. And if you're going through a probate as the executor, you're going through a difficult time, your loved one has died, you have all this work to do. This is why people want to avoid probate. By the way, all of those things happen when somebody dies anyway. You have to go through all their stuff and manage everything, whether it's a trust or not. Probate, though, means the will is filed with the court, and you are granted authority as the executor to take whatever actions you have to. Probate in Washington and in Idaho is a very simple, but statutorily laid out, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. So why would you want to probate? Well, do you want to protect money for your spouse when you're gone against long-term care costs? Only way you can do it in the state of Washington is if you have a will that creates a trust. That means the trust had to be implemented, brought into life through a probate. Go ahead.
Is that also true in Idaho?
In Idaho, that is questionable whether it's true. The standard of practice for elder law attorneys in Idaho is to do the same as in Washington, which is a testamentary supplemental needs trust. So some states allow protection of assets without a probate. California does, for example, because in California, probates are based on the cost of a probate is based on the percent of the estate. Who wants to pay 10% of $1 million to probate? So California doesn't require it. Typically in Washington state, how probates do cost money. You do go to a lawyer. You could do it on your own. We actually even have do-it-yourself probate, but we typically find that people need legal help to get through a probate. Anytime you're talking to a lawyer about your estate plan, or about help with Medicaid, or about a probate, or any kind of service that we provide, we charge you money. And people, understandably, would say, you know, I don't want to pay more than I have to pay. So my goal is to help you explain why you might want to pay $5,000, $7,500, even $10,000 for a probate if the outcome of it is that you've protected $500,000 for your spouse. That makes sense to do it. It's the only way you can do it in our state is through a probate. And if you have a good estate plan in place, it's going to be far simpler than if you have the state's plan in place, which won't protect any money, will cost you money, and get no good benefits from it. So probate sometimes is a really, really smart way to go. And if it's not, then your estate planning and elder law attorney should set up your estate to avoid probate. Oftentimes we completely avoid probate. The couple doesn't want to have any kind of asset protection, or there's no reason, they don't have a big enough estate that they want to set up a certain trust to minimize taxes. If that's the situation, we use what's called a community property agreement. And then when the person, your spouse dies, everything automatically is vested in the surviving spouse. There's no need for a probate. We didn't do one. But you see, whatever we do it mindfully, so that whatever benefit to you is going to accrue to you, is going to come to you. That's a good estate plan. That's the right estate plan for you is one that looks at your situation and accomplishes your goals so that you get the best outcome. That's what I'm encouraging everyone to get and to understand is what is the right estate plan for you, because it's not going to be the same thing for every person. Everybody has a different situation, and you frankly need to understand what is your situation and how can an estate plan benefit you.